Most people focus on the moment onboarding happens, the contract signed, the welcome email sent, the kickoff call completed, but the real story doesn't start there. It starts the day after. Today, we're looking at what really happens after onboarding, when excitement settles, expectations collide with reality, and the long-term success of a service relationship quietly begins. Because onboarding is not the finish line. It's not proof the partnership works. It's just permission to begin. Let's start with the moment everyone remembers. The onboarding call, the introductions, the shared enthusiasm. It feels professional, structured, promising. For a client using MPS, they found the right service provider. The scope is defined, the timeline is agreed, everyone sounds aligned. For the service provider, a new opportunity, a new revenue stream, a new relationship to grow. At the time, this decision makes perfect sense. The assumptions, communication will stay smooth, expectations are clear, deliverables are understood, everyone wants the same outcome. And in that moment, they probably do. But alignment in theory is not the same as alignment in practice. The day after, things still look fine. There's calm. Documents are shared, access is granted, first tasks are assigned, the project management board looks clean, emails are polite, everyone says looking forward to working together. Early wins might even appear, quick replies, fast first draft, strong first impression, and both sides think this was a good decision. There's no tension yet, no missed deadlines, no difficult conversations. But here's what's happening quietly. The real work has started. And this is where most service relationships either strengthen or slowly begin to drift. This is where the invisible shifts begin. Small behavior changes, response times stretch slightly, clarifications become more frequent, scope boundaries blur, assumptions surface. New pressures emerge, the client has internal deadlines, the provider has other clients, priorities shift, urgency increases. Small compromises happen. We'll adjust this just once, we'll fix that later. Let's not overcomplicate it. These don't feel dangerous, they feel normal. But trade-offs compound. If onboarding lacked clear responsibility mapping, communication rhythm, escalation paths, defined deliverable quality standards, then friction starts appearing, quietly, and most people don't notice it at first, because nothing dramatic has happened, yet. This is where the invisible shifts begin. Small behavior changes, response times stretch slightly, clarifications become more frequent, scope boundaries blur, assumptions surface. New pressures emerge, the client has internal deadlines, the provider has other clients, priorities shift, urgency increases. Small compromises happen. We'll adjust this just once, we'll fix that later. Let's not overcomplicate it. These don't feel dangerous, they feel normal. But trade-offs compound. If onboarding lacked clear responsibility mapping, communication rhythm, escalation paths, defined deliverable quality standards, then friction starts appearing, quietly, and most people don't notice it at first, because nothing dramatic has happened, yet. Most people don't ignore problems, they simply don't see them yet. Here's why. Cognitive bias. We want the onboarding decision to be right. Overconfidence. We're professionals. We'll figure it out. Process blindness. We focus on deliverables, not relationship health. Emotional investment. No one wants to admit friction so early. Organizational inertia. Changing structure feels heavier than tolerating discomfort, and so small issues get normalized until they feel big. People with experience don't judge onboarding by how smooth it felt. They judge it by what happens after. Experienced clients and service providers ask, what behaviors changed in week 1? Are response patterns consistent? Is scope still clear? Are responsibilities truly owned? Is trust growing or eroding? They monitor signals, tone shifts in communication, frequency of clarification requests, rework cycles, deadline predictability. They expect friction, because friction isn't failure. Unmanaged friction is. On MPS, this is why structured service frameworks matter. Transparent expectations, defined deliverables, clear service categories, documented agreements, accountability, visibility. Experienced professionals don't hope relationships stay healthy. They build structures that keep them healthy. The lesson isn't don't onboard. The lesson is plan for the day after. One mindset shift. Don't measure success by how good onboarding feels. Measure it by how stable week 3 looks. One framing principle. Structure beats enthusiasm. One long-term question. If nothing changes in our current communication pattern, where will this project be in 90 days? If the answer feels uncertain, the work starts today, not later. Most service relationships don't fail when they begin. They fail in the days, weeks, and months that follow. The day after onboarding is where alignment is tested, where structure proves its value, where trust is either built or slowly reduced. If this changed how you think about onboarding, that's the goal. This is the day after. And next week, we'll explore what happens after the first missed deadline.